I'm Luke Minshall. I'm a casual recreational cyclist. I've been cycling since 2009, and about 8 months ago I started with Pat Bryan doing coaching, and my usual kind of distance was about 150 to 100k a week. And at the time I kind of was just going out cycling, trying to get fitter, trying to lose more weight. Kind of came across Pav through social media and through some work which I was doing around looking at different coaching techniques and different coaches in different sports. And the thing which I came across with Pav when I spoke to him was around his technique and how he approaches it. And I kind of at that time thought, well, actually, it'd be interesting to see that impact on me. Like, I'm not aiming for any big goals. I just want to be consistent in my training and probably have a bit of structure. Like, going out and doing that long distance every week is great, freedom, but actually it's also time consuming. And am I actually doing it right? And in fact, that am I trying to get results around trying to be fitter, trying to lose some weight, or actually is there something I'm missing in doing that? So my initial conversation with Pav came with a lot of questionnaires, which at first I was like, this is very detailed. But I think what I learned from that is actually the physical side of cycling is the tiniest element of it. Like, pretty much mind over matter at that point. But actually the bit around it is why you're motivated, around how you relate with someone and how that develops. And what Pav does very, very well is he takes your personal circumstances, so like myself, work quite long hours and have a young family. So the time which I have on the bike is my time and a bit of time for me to enjoy myself. And what Pav was very aware of was the fact that every session can't be interval sessions because I'm just going to not enjoy cycling. But the sessions have to be structured, they have to be part of a wider plan. Even though there's no end goal in sight, it's just around that consistency and around improving my fitness on the bike and improving how I perform. And at first I kind of was going through in my head and was like, actually I don't need a coach. Like, I'm just a casual cyclist, and what does it bring to me? Well, after a couple of months with Pav and the time and constant tweaking of the program, I saw the difference. Like, going out and cycling was easier. It wasn't as much of the pain. I didn't feel like when I came home, I didn't feel absolutely drained. I enjoyed the cycling more. And I think for me that was a big part of that coaching. And that's when the penny dropped, really, around going, well, actually, coaching isn't just around continually looking at performance. It's around how you effectively deliver what you're how you are on your bike. And I think for me is at first that misconception around, well, you have to be a pro cyclist or you have to be competing to have a coach, kind of quickly came out the window when speaking to Pav around personal goals, around why I cycle, why I enjoy cycling, and different techniques in how you ride your bike. So how you ride your bike in order to get achievement from your attaining your fitness levels or attaining how comfortable you feel when you're riding. And that came very clear within a couple of months, like I say. And actually what made a big difference was having them conversations with Pav, and there's no kind of heavy expectations to follow the program, and if things crop up like we do, like, it isn't an issue. Pav's there sorting it out. It's a WhatsApp, and I think for me that very personal touch makes a big difference. It doesn't feel like you've been a pain. It doesn't feel like you're letting him down, or it doesn't feel like you're letting yourself down. What it is it's actually a realistic situation of going, well, actually, you are busy. You have got a family, and actually Pav's there as a responsive coach going, well, okay, well, if that's the impact and you can't cycle, well, actually, let's look at what other sessions are and shape some of the sessions to be more effective. So you're not losing your fitness. And what you're doing is you're continuing seeing it as a chain of events, which helps deliver your end goal. And so now I've been using Pav 8 months, and my FTP has gone up, and my ability on the bike to withstand that long endurance rate is good. It's improved massively, and I feel more comfortable on that. And I'm pushing heavier, pushing harder now. And I know that if I have any queries, I can just ring Pav or message him or drop him a voice note on WhatsApp, and it makes a big difference that. But also he holds you to account. So actually, why aren't you doing it? Okay. And what reason is there? And actually can you commit more time during the week? Is there other days which are quieter? Or is your week next week going to be ridiculously busy? So therefore we need to work on a week by week, the week before and week after, and look at how the schedule for my coaching works. What I would say is don't be put off approaching Pav. I think for me is that first conversation, I was a bit daunted by it. I was a bit going, well, actually, what am I committing to here? I don't really know if coaching's for me. I just enjoy going out and riding on a bike. What I would say very much is take advantage of Pav's coaching. Go and speak to him. Go and speak and make sure he's right for you, because I think that's one of the biggest things which people do or do wrong is they go with a coach, and actually if you don't get on with them, then you're not going to get the best out of them. Now for me, I've gotten really well with Pav, considering him a friend now after 8 months of WhatsApps and abuse and the banter which we've developed. But I think that has very much come from a place where actually we both understand each other and both know how each other works. And for me, that is what I wanted to do in coach. I wanted someone to go, you know what, Luke, you need to improve. You need to do X, Y, and Z to get that better. Or you've missed a session and you said you were going to commit to it, but why haven't you committed to it? And holding me to account to my actions without me feeling like I'm letting anyone down. And I think that was really cool. That was really cool from Pav's perspective and how Pav approaches it. For me, I would say have that conversation. Coaching's for everyone, and we do it in our professional lives. We get coaches because we want to improve. Now, cycling's only part of that. It might be a fun activity, but we can always improve, and by improving, it makes it easier, makes us understand what we're doing on the bike better. And I think for me, is starting down that coaching journey may be one where you're thinking, well, actually, it isn't for me. I don't want to do it. I don't need to do it. But actually, you never know what you're missing until you've tried it. And what I would say is, Pav was fantastic at our first conversation. I highly recommend him as a coach. And don't get me wrong, there are other great coaches out there. There are fantastic coaches out there. And I've been fortunate enough to stumble across Pav and his technique, and it's worked really well for me. I have spoke to other riders and other cyclists who have gone, well, actually, no, different coaches just don't do it for me, and actually been put off coaching. And I think that's why it's kind of key to kind of go, well, actually, you need to find someone who fits me and someone who understands me, someone who's flexible and actually doesn't just give you an off-the-shelf package. Like an off-the-shelf package just doesn't work nowadays. Like we're all different. Our working lives, our personal lives all change. And what we want is a coach which is responsive to us. And I think for me is that's the only way you're going to ever get the best out of your coaching. And if you're not doing it and it's not tailored around you, then you need to probably look at what your priorities are on cycling and what you want to achieve, because for a little bit more, changing that coach may be a big difference for you.